Hello, welcome to Decoding Joel, Chapter 2. Now the trumpet is blown in Zion, the throne of Yahweh. It is a judicial act of Yahweh. It is a signal that he is about to come out of his place, for his day, the day of Yahweh, the day of the Lord, is at hand. So this day is preceded by the frightening people, who the world has never seen anything like, or ever will again. The word darkness here is chask, and it means obscure or secret. Gloominess is aphela, and it means calamity. Clouds is anan, and it means a great army. Flame is weapons of war, nuclear most likely. The land is as Eden before them, and behind them a flame burns. This looks like the eco-devastation we are looking at in our day with HAARP and chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons, the BP oil disaster, GMOs, transgenic gene patents, big pharma, vaccines, the banking cartels, RFID tracking, drone tracking. All total, it is the New World Order beast system, and it means nothing can escape them. It is a complete system for the totalitarian control of the souls of men. They appear as horses running is total all-out war. They are at war with Yahweh's elect and are military in their organization. Devour stubble means even what is left after the harvest will be taken. In other words, they leave nothing. They intend to leave nothing behind that a human could use to sustain himself. Their faces gather blackness is total despair and terror. They do not break ranks means they are united against the people of Yahweh and earth. When have you ever seen members of the New World Order elite turn on each other? Remember seeing supposed enemies George W. Bush and Bill Clinton after 9/11? Well, they were all for one and one for all. They cannot be appealed to with any logic, truth, or reason, and they acknowledge no one except each other and their mission to destroy everything that is Yahweh's. They want to see their God, Satan, on the throne of Yahweh. Neither shall they thrust one another means that if this strange people of terror refers to allegiance and membership with the New World Order elite, we see that if one is exposed, he is simply shifted to another position within the ranks. They all have a place. They do not thrust one another. We can see over and over that the heads of government, bureaucracies, religious leaders, and so forth are virtually immune from the consequences of their behavior towards non-elites. So they fall on the sword and are not wounded. They run to and fro in the city. They run on the wall. They climb in houses like a thief. This is a global citizen surveillance grid. Remember, the New World Order elite ultimately work for fallen angelic dominions, who are watchers. They watch. The earth quakes before them. The heavens tremble. The sun and moon grow dark. Chemtrails, HAARP, and other atmospheric weather control and earthquake technology are a factor here. Signs in the sun, moon, and stars are time markers indicating a drastic change in the age. He has kept this last day's force for this day, and they will destroy all. Nothing on earth can stand before them. They are the evil principalities and powers of this world. They are an army in the hands of Yahweh, yet they will be destroyed. So now we know what it is all for. Yahweh is calling his children to choose between him and this horrific kingdom of darkness and cruelty and bondage. He says, rend your hearts, not your garments. Rending garments is a show for man. Rend your heart, and Yahweh will see and know, and he will turn to you and leave a blessing, a meat offering and a drink offering, that which we did not have when we started in chapter 1. Blow the trumpet in Zion is another decree issuing from Yahweh. This is a decree to sanctify the congregation. Sanctify means set apart for sacred use. This decree includes all people, old and young. Let the bridegroom and bride come forth means no matter what circumstance you are found in, all are included in this decree. Let the priests and the ministers mourn and weep. Okay, I really thought insight on this, and I was led to Esther 4. You see, the situation with those who are Yahweh's in this time of the locust is just like what the Jews faced at the time of Esther. It is a time when the believers of Yahweh are sold for killing and plunder, and like Mordecai and Esther, we are to fast and seek Yahweh, and he will save. I have a suspicion that the priests and elders are the holy angelic powers and our high priest Yeshua himself interceding on our behalf. Far off means distant in time, the whole age. North means from heaven, but this is anti-Zion. This is spiritual Egypt and Sodom, where Yeshua was killed. East means origins or the past. Utmost is the last, the end of time. Sea is the judicial system of trade by sorcery of Babylon and Tyre, the violent trade that caused the fall of Lucifer before man. The northern army faces the east, his past origin, and his back is to the last, the end, or the utmost, so he does not see his end. Fear not, O land. Land is Yahweh's judicial system and laws for prosperity and holiness, in contrast to the locust, New World Order, Luciferian, violent trade by sea. He will do a great thing because he is about to separate two threads of time or reality that have been interwoven since the fall. As we can see, the fig tree and the vine are yielding their strength. What a turnaround! The former rain is Torah and the prophets. The word is moreh. It means teacher. The later rain is malkaush. It is the rain that matures crops for harvest. Yahweh's plan for the fulfillment of all things in the first month, which is Rishon, and it means former time. He will fulfill all, from the first to the last, of all time, thus changing timelines for the children of Zion, his elect, from before the foundation of the world. You might want to stop a minute and process that. The floors will be full, no famine or ecological devastation. He will restore the years that the locust army has eaten, and we will never be ashamed, because we will live in a time that has never known locusts. Wondrously, because we will be saying, "How great is our Yahweh for undoing time for us." Wondrously is that which only Yahweh can accomplish. It shall come to pass afterwards is after the fasting and the praying that goes back to the call to fast. He will pour out visions on all flesh regarding the day of the Lord. There will be signs that the day approaches: blood, fire, and pillars of smoke, which could be mushroom clouds. They are certainly pillars of smoke. The sun will be darkened and the moon turned to blood. Well, we are seeing global dimming due to the chemtrails, and blood moon tetrads are predicted to come. They are signs before the day of the Lord, because Yahweh always warns his people ahead of his actions. Whoever calls upon the name is Shem. It means memorial or fame and glory, shall escape or be delivered. His name is Yahweh. It means I am, or existing one. That is his name forever. Yes, you can say his name and call to him. Believe that Yeshua is the Messiah, and that his sacrifice cleanses you from all unrighteousness, and that he and the Father, Yahweh, are one, and you will be saved.